Let's do module 1.4. Let's do look for some golden prospects for an online candy store. This has been a tough one for me to look at for a little bit because there's some really good looking candy here. Look at that lollipop. Oh man, it just makes my teeth hurt looking at it. But what would I do if this were my client? How would I find golden prospects for this client? Well, I would say for one, it's a crapshoot for me to just come out and say, well, these would be the prospects that would best help this business. Like I'm coming in cold here. I have no idea where their money makers are, or where their rather where the real revenue generators are, where their profit is, and what's going to be the best opportunity for them. But with all things being equal, and just looking for some different types of ideas for who probable golden prospects would be, I can kind of get a general idea. So first of all, I'll find out what type of candy they offer. I look under themes. Christmas candy, New Year's Eve candy, old-fashioned candy and retro sweets, wedding candy, baby shower. Well, let's view all. Now, I'm sure they do really well with Christmas candy, but it's a seasonal thing. So we have Christmas candy, New Year's Eve candy, old-fashioned candy. So of the Christmas candy and New Year's Eve candy, that's seasonal, so we'll forget about them. I like the wedding candy. There's possibilities there. Baby shower candy, bar mitzvah candy, or bat mitzvahs too. But I'm not too familiar with bar mitzvahs, so I don't know who the typical vendors are for bar mitzvahs. So I'll have to skip that opportunity. But there's definitely enough opportunities on here. A lot of it is Father's Day candy. Well, Mother's Day candy, Easter candy, Christmas candy. Well, it's just seasonal things. I would focus on building relationships up with some of the non-seasonal things, like for instance, wedding candy. If I owned an online candy store that sold wedding candy, who would be my ideal golden prospects? Well, what about wedding planners? Would wedding planners come across any of my buyer prospects who would be in the need of buying bulk candy? Yeah, they come across people all the time who need to buy wedding candy. It doesn't mean they do buy wedding candy, or they don't go down to the local store to buy the candy, but they do know people that buy candy on a regular basis. In fact, the wedding planner probably is who buys the candy for the weddings. So building a relationship up with them, would it make sense? Yes. So I would build up a list of wedding planners and figure out, take their URLs over their domain names over to SpyFu to find out how much traffic they're doing, and then build my list of prospects up from there. So, wedding planners would be one type of prospect that I would go after and try to build relationships up with. And there's so many of them. And what would be my ask? The first ask, once it's time to ask for a link, and I have did my due diligence as far as building up likability points with these prospects. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is ask them to link to the candy site, and where? Who knows? That's for a different. Let me move this over a little bit. Yeah, I would want a link on this site over to the candy store. And where would I want it? Well, it looks like they sell books and stationery, and oh, it looks like they sell wedding planners. So maybe they're not planners. So I would have to find a better example. A wedding planner, not a book. Well, these are about wedding plans. So you'd have to do your due diligence and find out where the best wedding planners are. I'm just trying to find one wedding planner, and these are local to my area. They do have a website. I could have just looked up wedding event planners. All right, there we go. Event planning, design, and floral. So so I would reach out to the owner of this company and try to build some type of relationship with them. And where would I get the link from? Well, there's a lots of different areas you can get the link from. But right now we're not looking for the link opportunities. We're looking for the golden prospects. The link opportunities will come in a later module. Module, well, either three or four. And so that's right now we're just grabbing the people who we think are going to be good golden prospects. We're not trying to figure anything out about them. Now this also brings to mind who else would be another good referral source for this candy store for selling wedding candy. What about floral shops? What about online florists? Who buys flowers online? Husbands in the doghouse? Well, they also buy candy, don't they? And how many of these florists sell candy? Let's check. If they'd, they'd be smart if they sold candy. In fact, I'd be surprised that, yeah, they do sell candy. So you'd have to find a florist, maybe a local florist. Maybe find some florists that do not sell candy. And I imagine that most of the big ones do. Boy, man, they're in your face with that pop up. Oh, I can't stand these kinds of pop ups. It's like so in your face. There it is. All right, let me move this over a little bit. No, I don't see any candy on this list. So this would be another good golden prospect for uh, for the candy shop that sells online candy. So hopefully by now you're starting to see a pattern. And for some of these, if you can find the right sub niche from within your site and who to target, you can get an unlimited supply of golden prospects, which is really good news. All right, let's look for some other types of prospects that we could do. So we'll go into themes again. Oh, we got wedding candy. Bulk candy. There we go. See if we can find another angle. Baby showers. Are there event are there professional event planners for baby showers? I think there are. Well, what about well, let's go further. What about well, no. What about bakers? How many people order cakes for their baby showers? Well, I know a lot. With after having my wife having 7 kids, I know all about bakers and baby showers and weddings and rather birthdays and cakes. And I know that a lot of cakes are ordered during baby showers. So couldn't I hook up with a baker that specializes in baby showers and does not offer any type of baby shower candy, where I could work a relationship up with them where if somebody comes in and orders a cake, they can recommend that, hey, have you bought any candy yet for the shower? This is who we buy our candy from candywarehouse.com or from wherever. So relationships can be built there too. So baby shower candy, you can build relationships with people that build wedding cakes, bake wedding cakes, florists, uh, bakers who handle baby showers, or maybe it's what else are or maybe it's birthday clowns, or no, who orders a birthday clown for a baby? But for a birthday party, maybe it's a professional entertainer who does birthday parties for children. So there's a lots of different ways that you could get to the end user who's going to need to buy candy. See if there's any other obvious ones. Thank you, candy. Think restaurants. Think pizza joints. Think, wow, man, the sky's the limit. Who needs thank you candy? So that's what I would do. I would just look for some other businesses that are already catering to the end users or one specific segment of the end users that we target with the candy store, and then try to build a relationship up with them so they refer business to us on a continual basis. And yeah, and ask them for a link too. But we'll get, like I said, we'll get to that in a different video. But for now, I'm going to end this. You get the idea on what I'm doing as far as when I'm looking for golden prospects. I'm looking for prospects who can deliver business to me. That's what I'm looking for. And getting a link from them is going to be worth a lot more to your business than just getting a link to somebody who thought your article was good. All right, so that's that. That's how I would build a list of golden prospects for a candy store.